Hi there, my name's John. Welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you've not, welcome anyway. Okay, we're going to be looking at today a lens that I bought a while ago, and it's a cracking lens for the money, and it's the Sigma 150 to 600 zoom. Okay, and sometimes you can get this as a bundle, and it'll come with a 1.4 times teleconverter, which is rather handy. The teleconverter comes in a little pouch like that. The lens itself comes in quite a robust case, really thick, high density foam covering on that. The lens does not come with this camouflage kit on it, a neoprene kit. They can be a bit of a pest, they slide about, they're not brilliant, but they do afford you good protection on the lens. Excuse me. The lens is quite a weight. It weighs, I'll just give it you in kilos first. I think it's about 2.5 kilos. 2.17, hang on, let's pop that on it. There you go, 2.145 kilograms, okay, which is, where's it gone? Just over £4. £4.11 ounces, isn't it? £5. Okay, that's quite a weight for a lens. The sports version of this is a contemporary version. The sport version, I think, is about 1 kilo heavier or something now. It really is heavy. It's mostly metal. This is mostly plastic, and it is weather sealed to the body of the camera. Okay, there's no weather sealing on the lens itself, but I don't go out in the rain with lenses. And for the difference in price between the contemporary and the sport lens, it's a huge difference in price. It's one massive jump up in price. These, when I got this, they were about, I think, £1,100 if you got the deal with the teleconverter. I got this second hand, and it was absolutely as brand new, and it was about £700 I gave for it second hand. So there are some deals to be had, so you can get a good price. So it's an f5. Sorry, it's a. Just get the spec up again. Just make sure I get it right. Yeah, it's an f5 to 6.3. Okay, f5 to 6.3. Okay, it is a massive zoom range. To zoom, you twist the, oh no, it's locked at the minute, hang on. You twist the ring here and it expands. So this huge long thing, if you've got your hood on it as well, it's really long, it's absolutely massive. Okay, and it twists to come back in again. Now, for a quick zoom, if you grab the next ring along and pull, you can pull it in and out to zoom in and out. Okay, depends which one you like. Now, when it's on the camera, to zoom fully out, it's quite a turn you've got to do. You've got to move your arm right up and over to get that amount of zoom on. So going from full in to full out, so it's actually sometimes better to pull out and pull in. But with these neoprene things on, it's difficult to pull back in because they twist and turn and move about. Okay, so 150 to 600 zoom. Now, you do get some zoom lenses like the Tamron, where it's a 60 to 600. That's trying to do too much. Right? That's like 10 times zoom, whereas this is only a 4 times. If you ask too much of a lens, then you do start to lose quality. The quality on these is, for the price point, is unbelievably good, which you'll see in a bit. I've put some pictures up that I've actually taken today. Heavy lenses like this, if you're walking around and you're bouncing about, see how it's sliding out the lens? It creeps, okay, which can be a nuisance. And there's a little switch there, flick, that's it, it's locked. Okay, so you've got a lens lock there to stop creep. I'm going to pull back the neoprene there so we can see better, but there's a series of switches here. Okay, you've got autofocus, manual focus and MO. I think MO is a mode that you can set up. Oh no, that's on the custom side. autofocus, manual focus. I'm not sure what the MO stands for. I'll have to find that out for you. Okay, so on the zoom scale here, we've got a three-way switch. Okay, we've got full, we've got 10 metres to infinity, and we've got 2.8 to 10 metres. So let's say you're working in close proximity to something, then the 2 metres to 10 metres, you're telling it I'm working in that gap. So the autofocus is only looking for focus in that area. If you're doing 10 metres to infinity, then it'll be looking above 10 metres for focus to infinity. Put it on full, it'll look across all ranges. So if you know where you're working roughly, that can speed up your autofocus. You've got optical stabilisation, you've got off, you've got 1 and you've got 2. 1 is for things that are still, I think mode 2 is for moving subjects, okay? So that's your optical stabilisation. Then you've got these custom functions, you've got C1, C2 and off, and those you can set up on your computer. You can link, but you can buy an extra lead and you can link this to your computer and you can set certain parameters on it. Okay, I've not bothered with all that. You can actually update the firmware in it, but it's working fine, so I'm not too fussed about that. Now, when it comes to getting the teleconverter, if you're using a high-end Canon, then the teleconverter will work on autofocus quite easily, no problem. If you're not using a high-end Canon, it's worth looking on Sigma's website and find out if this will actually work. It'll work as in magnification, but will it autofocus for you? It may or may not. And you can look on the list and you'll find out. And I use 2 cameras at the moment. I've got the R5 and I also use the 5DS. Now the R5 I have to use it with the adapter because I do use the older lenses because I've already got the lenses and I've got cameras that still use the RF lenses. Okay, so yeah, it's a standard Canon fit. That if you're getting a Nikon camera, yeah, you can use it on Nikon. I think it's not sure if it's Olympus, Nikon and Canon you can use this on. Okay, now it's got quite a chunky hook on it there. We can undo that and we can spin that around, we can take that off. On the sport lens, I don't think that is removable. The foot isn't removable, as this it is. So there are some disadvantages to the sport lens. Okay. The thread is a 95mm thread for the lens cap. Okay. Now you will see people using these and they have the hood and it's on the wrong way around, they're walking about like that all day. It could get in the way with your hands and stuff for zooming in and out. Either put it on that way around or don't take it with you. Like today was very dull, I didn't bother taking it with me. But this putting it on back to, it's like wearing a baseball cap back to front. People think it looks cool, I think it looks a bit dumb, but anyway, that's my opinion. So that is the basics of the lens. It is quite a chunk, it is heavy, and you're going to see when in the video in a bit when I put some pictures up, the clarity of it. It is phenomenal for the price point. Now, about £1,100 with the teleconverter. This one was second hand, like I say, it was about £700 that I paid for it. You can get some really good deals if you're careful. Okay, so when it's on the camera, obviously depending on the weight of your camera, it can obviously be even heavier. If your camera is a fairly heavy camera, then that can be a thing. Now, I don't know if the mirrorless cameras are supposed to be a lot lighter. They're not that much, really. Especially when you've got that on it, it starts to become a bit of a chunk. But this combination does work well, and I'm more than pleased with it. The other zoom that I would use would be a Canon 70-200 with a 2x teleconverter. That is fast focus. Yes, it's quicker than this, but it costs 3 times, 4 times more the price with the teleconverter. So these for the price are good. But if you can get the deal with the teleconverter, even if you think you're not going to use that, you can sell these quite easily. So it can be a good deal you can get. Okay, so if you like the video, subscribe, please. It might help me in the future to do more. Plus, what it will do, if I do any more content, like if I do a review on the R5, which I intend doing, then you get to see some of that. If you've got any questions, please ask. If you don't like something I've said, not much I can do about that. I've just done a review and somebody didn't like the way I talked about a musical instrument. It's like, oh come on, get real. So yeah, that is the the 150 to 600 zoom. It is quite a reach. It's been fantastic for getting out there doing wildlife, and you'll see quite a lot of people using these. They are good for the money and very easy to use. Really nice lens, and I'm more than happy with it. So like I say, any questions, just ask. Thank you for watching. Like I say, like and share, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on another video. Thank you very much for watching.